Hey, and welcome to this morning's DreamFuel breathwork and visualization session for the day you sell your company. I'm Alex, and I'll be your guide this morning. I have 2 decades of experience coaching and guiding breathwork and visualization with elite performers from professional sport to the C-suite of the Fortune 500. Before we start, a quick note on why this works. Your breath is the fastest way to regulate your nervous system. Controlled, intentional breathing signals safety to the brain, reduces unnecessary threat responses, and brings the body into a state where focus, clarity, and good decision-making are consistently available. Visualization adds another powerful layer. The brain struggles to distinguish between vividly imagined experiences and real ones. When you rehearse a state in rich sensory detail, you activate the same neural circuits you'll use in the real moment. Over time, that's how neuroplasticity wires new responses. In other words, you're training your nervous system for how you show up in the moments that matter. State is contagious. The level of clarity and authority in your nervous system is felt immediately by the people around you. Great leaders don't just manage strategy, they manage state. By the end of this session, most people will feel noticeably calmer, clearer, and more grounded. The kind of steady confidence that allows you to move through pressure with presence. Okay, let's dive in. We're going to use 2 tools today, breathwork and visualization. 2 highly potent tools for your mindset. Breathwork calms the nervous system and releases tension from the body, and visualization is a guided talk track which helps reprogram your mind or prepare it for action. Phase 1 of today's practice will be roughly 10 minutes of intense breathwork, followed by the visualization. The breathwork element of today's practice will consist of 3 rounds of just over 2 minutes of breathing. We'll be using the same technique across all 3 rounds, a technique called the power breath, where you'll purse your lips as if holding a straw in your mouth, breathing in as hard as you can through the straw and out as hard as you can out of the straw. For round 1, you'll breathe at a tempo of 3 seconds in, 3 seconds out. Round 2 will be 2 seconds in, 2 seconds out. And round 3 will be 1 second in, 1 second out. I'll remind you of all of this as we go, you don't need to remember. At the end of each round, you'll be taking a short breath hold, where I'll ask you to inhale as deeply as you can through the straw, filling up the belly while relaxing the shoulders, and you'll hold your breath. We'll start at 30 seconds and add 15 seconds on each round. If you can't hold your breath for as long as I'll guide you to, that's absolutely fine. Just start to breathe slowly in and out of the nose whenever you feel the first deep urge to breathe. If you happen to lose your pace while breathing, you can always open your eyes and look at the moving graphic on your screen. You can do this practice seated or lying down, wherever you feel most supported and somewhere where you won't be disturbed. Before we dive in, if you have any neurological, cardiovascular, or breathing issues such as asthma or are pregnant, please do not participate in the breath holds today and reduce the intensity of your practice by about 50% of what I'll guide you through. Instead of holding your breath, simply breathe in and out of the nose before we begin the next round of breathing. It's very common in this practice, particularly the breathing element, to experience tingling or cramping in the hands, the feet, or the face. There's nothing to worry about here at all. If you wish to get rid of that feeling, simply slow your breathing down and come back to nose in, nose out breathing. Okay, let's begin. So finding your space where you can fully relax, settle into the moment, either on the ground or in your chair. Just make sure you're comfortable and supported. And whenever you're ready, just draw your eyes to a close. Just become aware of the expansion of your belly as you inhale. And let it fall back in, collapsing gently whenever you exhale. We'll get started with our first round of that power breath in about 20 seconds. So as powerfully as you can, in through the straw for 3 seconds, out through the straw for 3 seconds, letting the belly fully expand on the inhale and fully collapse, pulling the belly in towards the spine on every exhale. And we'll start in 3, 2, 1, let's go. In, out, out, out. 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 Keep it going. Breathing as deeply as possible, filling up the lungs as much as you can on the inhale, then squeezing all of the air out, pulling the belly in towards the spine as you breathe out. This practice is about depth. It's not just about speed. We're getting deeper into the lungs on every inhale and forcing more air out on every exhale. Keep it going. You may feel resistance in this first round to the breath. Just keep going. Focus on the next breath, commit, and pierce through any resistance with every single exhale. Keep it going. Make sure you've got that. Keep it going. Make sure you've got that straw in the mouth, pursing the lips, pulling the air in through the straw, pushing it out through the straw. Keep it going. We've got 15 seconds, then we'll go for our first breath hold. Keep breathing. And we'll hold in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep inhale through the straw. Fill up the lungs as much as you can, all the way to the top. And hold the breath. And we'll release the breath in 3, 2, 1. Let it go with a sigh out the mouth. Full release, full exhale. To ground yourself with the breath. And we're in for our next round. 2 seconds in, 2 seconds out, all through the straw as powerfully as you can. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. In, out, out. 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 Keep it going. Full expansion of the belly. And then full collapse as you breathe out, pushing the air out through the straws forcefully as you can. Keep it moving. In this second round, we're focused on the exhale. What are you letting go of with every single exhale? What are you currently holding on to that is no longer yours to hold? Flush it away with every single exhale. Let it go. Any beliefs, any worries, any fears that are holding you back, release them. Let them go. Keep breathing. Getting deeper with every single breath. Recommit to the breath every single time. See if you can get 5% more air into the lungs on every inhale. Keep it moving. All the way through to the end. We'll go for our next hold in 15 seconds. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep inhale through the straw. Fill up the lungs all the way to the top. And hold your breath. And release the breath in 3, 2, 1. Let it go. At the mat with a sigh. Full exhale, full release. Ground yourself with an in-breath and an out-breath. And we've got one final round of breathing. It's a slightly shorter round, but it's more intense. 1 second in through the straw, 1 second out through the straw as powerfully as you can. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. In, out, 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 in, out. Keep it going. Final round. Again, just recommit yourself to every single breath. We're still getting as deeply into the lungs on every inhale as you possibly can. In this final round, we're focused on that inhale. What are you inviting back in? We've created a lot of space with the breath so far. What are you looking to fill it with? What intentions? What ambition? What joy? What gratitude? What love? Pull it in with every single inhale. Keep going. All the way through to the end. We've got 15 seconds and we're going for our final breath hold. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in one final time, all the way to the top. And hold your breath. And we'll release the breath in 3, 2, 1. Let it go with a sigh out the mouth. Full release, full exhale. And just come back to nose in, nose out breathing. No need to count or do any work. Just settle into a relaxed breathing rhythm. And with every exhale, sing deeper. Sing deeper. The room is quiet. Not silent, but controlled. Contained. There's a low hum beneath everything. The faint sound of air conditioning, the soft shuffle of paper, the subtle movement of people adjusting in their chairs. It all blends into the background, steady and almost rhythmic. You sit at the table. Your fingers rest lightly on the surface in front of you. The wood is smooth, cool to the touch, polished to a finish that reflects just enough light to catch your attention if you look closely. Across from you, familiar faces. Your lawyer, focused, precise. An advisor who's been with you through the harder moments. Subtle nod, steady presence. And then the acquiring team. Calm, professional, measured. There's no chaos here. Just wait. The kind that doesn't need to announce itself. Papers are laid out neatly in front of you. Structured, ordered, final. You glance down. Your company's name is printed clearly across the top of the document. The same name that once lived only in your head. A word you tested out loud. Maybe unsure at first how it sounded. Something that felt fragile in the beginning. Like it could disappear if you didn't hold onto it tightly enough. Now it's here. Printed. Formal. Real. You lean back slightly in your chair. The leather creaks softly beneath you as your weight shifts. You feel the support of it against your back, steady and grounding. There's a quiet awareness moving through your body. Not nerves, not even excitement in the way you might expect. Something deeper. A kind of stillness that only comes at the end of something meaningful. You inhale slowly. The air feels cooler here, filtered, neutral. And with that breath, memories begin to surface. Not in a rush, just fragments. A late night, alone, staring at your screen, wondering if you were making the right call. A conversation where someone questioned the idea, politely but clearly. Moments where cash felt tight. Where decisions carried weight you couldn't share fully with anyone else. The pressure, the responsibility, the persistence it took to keep going. You feel it all, but it doesn't pull you backward, it grounds you deeper into this moment, because all of it led here. A pen is placed gently in front of you. The movement is small, but it lands. You look down at it. Simple, black, balanced. You reach for it. Your fingers wrap around it slowly. You feel the texture against your skin, the slight weight of it in your hand. It's heavier than you expected. Not by much, but enough to notice. Symbolic. You hear a faint clearing of someone's throat. A page being adjusted. A quiet, almost imperceptible shift in posture from someone across the table. Then a nod. You glance up. Eye contact. A shared understanding without words. This is it. You bring the pen to the paper. There's a brief pause. Not hesitation, just presence, just being here. You feel your hands steady itself naturally. No rush, no tension, just clarity. And then you begin to sign. Each movement is deliberate. The pen glides smoothly across the paper, the ink flowing effortlessly. You can hear the faint scratch of it as it moves, subtle but clear in the quiet room. Your name. Something you've written thousands of times, but never like this. Halfway through, there's a moment where everything slows slightly. You become aware of your breath, of your body, of the room, of the years behind this single motion. And then you finish. The final stroke. Complete. You lift the pen, and in that moment there's a shift. It's subtle, but it's undeniable. It's done. You place the pen down gently on the table. The sand is soft, but it lands with weight. For a brief second, no one moves. Almost like the room itself is acknowledging what just happened. And then motion returns. Chairs adjust slightly, papers are gathered, hands extend across the table. You stand. The movement feels smooth, grounded. A handshake meets yours, firm, warm, and steady. You feel the pressure of it, the contact, the slight movement as it releases. Congratulations. The word lands. Simple, but full. Another handshake. Another. Each one slightly different, but carrying the same underlying tone. Respect. Acknowledgement. Completion. You take a step back, letting the moment widen. You look around the room. The same space, but it feels different now, lighter somehow, like something has been released. You gather your things slowly, without urgency. There's no rush to move on, just a natural transition. You walk toward the door. Your footsteps are steady against the floor, each one clear and grounded. The sound echoes slightly in the hallway as you step out of the room. The door closes softly behind you, and the space shifts again. It's quieter and more open. The air feels cooler here, less contained as you move down the hallway. The texture of the carpet beneath your shoes softens each step. The lighting slightly dimmer, more diffused. There's a calmness here, like a buffer between what just happened and what comes next. You reach the exit. Your hand presses against the handle as you push, and the door opens. As light floods in, natural light, bright, expansive, and alive. It hits your face, your eyes adjusting slightly as you step forward. The air outside feels different, it's less filtered, carrying subtle layers of scent. Warmth from the sun, a faint trace of the city, something alive. You take a step out, then another. The ground beneath you is firm, solid, and real. You stop, just outside the building, and for a moment, you do nothing. No phone, no conversation, just presence. You feel a deeper breath move through you. Your chest expands fully, then softens as you exhale. Your shoulders drop slightly. There's space now. Not just externally, but internally. No immediate fires to put out, no urgent decisions waiting, just space. You reach into your pocket, pulling out your phone. The screen lights up. Messages, missed calls, names of people who've been part of the journey. You scroll for a moment, some moving lightly. But you don't open anything yet. Instead, your gaze lifts up. The sky stretches wide above you, blue, open and endless. Clouds moving slowly, almost imperceptibly. There's something about it that mirrors how you feel. It's expanded and uncontained. And then the realization lands, fully. You did it. Not perfectly, not without mistakes, not without doubt, but you stayed. You adapted. You built something real, something valuable. Something that mattered enough for someone else to step in and say, yes, we want this. You feel it in your body. Not as a spike of excitement, but as something deeper, much deeper. Something earned, integrated, real. Your grip on your phone softens slightly as you exhale again. And now there's a different kind of curiosity emerging. Not about whether you could do it. That question has been answered. But about what comes next. Not from urgency or pressure, but from possibility. You take another step forward. Then another. The world continues around you. Cars passing, people walking, distant sounds blending into the background. But you move through it differently now. Lighter, clearer, more certain. Because you know something now that you didn't before. You can build. You can commit. You can see something through. And whatever you choose to create next, you'll bring that same depth to it, that same presence, that same willingness to stay in it until it's real. You walk forward, the space ahead open. Not defined, not mapped out, but yours. And you're ready for it.